Yo, 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 yo. Here we go, part 2 for standard form. So what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about converting from standard form to slope-intercept form by solving for y. And we'll also talk about going from slope-intercept form to standard form. But the main thing is going from standard form to slope-intercept form by solving for y. So here we go. We're going to convert to slope-intercept form. So when in doubt, let's say we don't like standard form. Let's say we know these intercepts aren't going to work out. They're not going to be very user-friendly with regards to the actual intercepts. Maybe they won't go into this value evenly. These ones do, but still, we might want to change it to slope-intercept form because then we can easily identify our slope as well as the y-intercept based on whatever the question that's being asked of us. So what we want to do is we just want to solve for y. So first thing we can do is I would basically always subtract the x value first. I'm just going to move the whole term that has x with it over. So whether that's positive or negative, I'm always going to move that term over. So I got negative 6x plus 24. So all I did was just move this x term over to the right hand side by doing the opposite. Now I can divide by 2 to get y by itself, but I have to divide every piece by 2. So that goes away. I get negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. The x stays there. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So this equation and this equation represent the exact same line. They are equivalent, but this equation I can see my slope is negative 3 over 1. My y-intercept is 12. We probably could have figured out the y-intercept pretty quickly from standard form, knowing that it's 12. But this just points it out pretty obviously for me. And that's it. So really it's just moving over the x term and then dividing by whatever the coefficient is of y. So another example here. I'm going to move over my x term by subtracting 3x from both sides. I'm left with 7y equals negative 3x plus 42. And now I can divide everything by 7. Y equals, I don't need to actually do the division, right? I just leave it as negative 3/7 x plus 6. Because my slope is negative 3 over 7. And I'm done. There's really not much else to it. Okay. Now, we also sometimes going to convert to standard form. So when we convert to standard form, there are a couple rules that we have to follow. So for standard form, we know standard form is ax plus by equals c. But for standard form, a and b cannot be fractions. That's the big one. A and b cannot be fractions. So that might just create a little bit extra work for us. But really, to go to standard form, the first thing we always do is we just move the x term over. Just like what we do when we go to slope-intercept form. Because we know I have the x term plus the y term equals c, the constant. So here, I'm going to just subtract 4x from both sides. Those go away, so I have negative 4x plus y is equal to negative 8. I don't see any fractions, so I'm done. There's nothing else that I need to do here. This is good. Now I can figure out my x-intercept. I can figure out my y-intercept. Nothing to it. So once you move your x term over, it's really just determining, do I have any fractions? So like for this one, I'm going to subtract 1/2 x from both sides. So I have negative 1/2 x plus y equals negative 3. Well, I don't want to have a fraction, so I got to multiply by something to get rid of that fraction. Well, I'm going to multiply everything by negative 2. Whenever this is negative, let's multiply by negative to make it positive. So I have to multiply everything in the equation by negative 2. That's going to make those go away. Now I'm left with just x minus 2y, because negative times a positive is negative, equals positive 6. And there's my standard form of this equation. That's it. There's really nothing else to it. So for converting both ways, we always move our x term first, and then we go from there. Okay, go ahead and convert these both to slope-intercept form. Try it, see how you do. So pause the video if you haven't done so already, and then you can unpause it to watch. Okay, so for slope-intercept form for this one, I would need to do distributive property to get 2x minus 6 plus 9 equals y. Now I just got to combine my like terms. So that's going to be 2x plus 3. I'm done. My slope is 2. My y-intercept is 3. For this one over here, first step is always to move the y term. What's this guy? How do I get rid of this? Oh my goodness. I don't even know. Just going to move it out of the way. There we go. Okay. So for this one, I need to first, move my x term. So because this is negative 7x, I'm going to add 7x to both sides. That goes away. I'm left with 8y equals 7x plus 48. And then now I just got to divide by 8 to get y by itself. So I'm going to divide everything by 8. So y equals 7/8 x, and this is plus 6. There's nothing else to do here. I'm done. Okay, so last one, go ahead and identify the x-intercept, the y-intercept, and the slope. So pause it if you haven't done so. Try it out. So for my x-intercept, I can figure that out real quick by plugging in 0 for y. So I'm just dividing 72 by negative 4. Okay. And then I'm going to get, I don't remember. I think it's 18. But let me just use a quick calculator. Yeah, it's 18. So I divided by negative 4. So my x-intercept equals negative 18 because I have a positive divided by negative. Now for my y-intercept, x goes away. 72 divided by negative 12. That one I know off the top of my head. That's just positive. That's, negative 6. So those are my two intercepts. Already got that part done. Now to find the slope, though. This is where you have a lot of routes you could go. I actually have my two intercepts, so I can find the slope using my intercepts because these are just 2 points. So, for example, the x-intercept is when x is negative 18, y is 0. The y-intercept is when x is 0, y is negative 6. I could use my slope formula to figure out rise over run from here. Or I could also just convert it to slope-intercept form real quick. Either way, I'm able to answer the question. Okay, let's convert to slope-intercept form because that's what we've been asking. That's what we've been working on in this video. So I'm going to add 4x to both sides. I get negative 12y equals 4x plus 72. Then I got to divide by negative 12, but I'm dividing everything by negative 12. And I get y equals negative 1/3. X minus 6, which is the y-intercept, so that makes sense. So my slope is negative 1/3. And I am done. Okay, guys, that's it. So here's your things to remember. Here's your independent practice. Get it all done. I hope this video helps. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Rudius out.